This is a tutorial on how to send a broadcast using Convertkit. So I've logged into my Convertkit account and I'm going to go up to the top here and we're going to select broadcasts. From here we can go to new broadcast. We're going to make sure that the from address is correct if we have more than one address that we send emails from. And then down here we're going to determine who is going to receive this broadcast. So you can filter out your subscriber list based on tags. You can have your regions. You can do it geographically. You could do it by subscription date. You can have it based on first name field, address field, cold subscribers. There's a few different ways that you can filter down the recipients of your broadcast this way. Once we decide who we're going to send our email to, this is also, you can down here, you can have your own description. This is an internal use only, so you know if this is a newsletter, and you can just put like newsletter and then the date so you can keep track of when you're sending your weekly emails. We're going to go over here. It'll tell you that right now your email is a draft and how many people it will be delivered to when you hit send. So we'll go to next step. And now you can see this is the content of your email. So right now it's still labeled new broadcast. That's what's in our email subject. So we can save this as subject line, and you want to have a subject line that is engaging, intriguing. You want them to open it when they see it appear in their inbox. In here is where you can create your email content. Now from here, I recommend leaving this as plain text instead of building up a fancy template. Plain text emails tend to do better with deliverability, so I would recommend leaving this as plain text. So you can, type in your content, and we'll just say, we'll just have a bunch of text in here. You can use this editor at the top here to format your text. So we've got bold, italics, strike through, you've got bullets, a numbered list. If you want to outdent or indent, adding graphics, inserting a file, which I do not recommend. You can hyperlink, which I do recommend for things like including your lead magnet files. So if you have an ebook or some kind of a checklist or something that you're having your subscribers opt in for, I would upload it and then add your link here. I don't have a link. I'm just going to close that. And then you have a few more formatting items here that you can use. So when you want to have your personalization, if you wanted to say the greeting of your email, say, hey, subscriber name. Now this is for if you have created a form that includes a first name for subscribing, it will pull this from their record when it sends out the email. You also have the option to use subscriber's name with fallback. So if you have used a form in the past, or if you have lead records that don't have a first name included, just the email address, if you use this subscriber name with fallback, it will use their first name if it's there, and if not, it'll just say hello. So it kind of accounts for you having some lead records that do not have a first name attached. This would be if you're going to split test your email. So if you wanted to write two versions of an email, two versions of a subject line, and you wanted to test which one did better with deliverability, you would use this. So once you're done setting up your email, you're going to go over here and you're going to preview it. So you can either preview it in the browser by clicking this, that's what it'll look like, or you can preview you can send yourself a test version of the email and send it by clicking this button here. If you had templates, that you wanted to use, you could save them and list them here. If you wanted to duplicate an email you already sent but maybe make some changes to it, you could use this button here. I don't think we have any. If you want to duplicate the email, it'll show up in your broadcast list. But let's go back in since we weren't done. We'll go back here. They have a new editor. We're not going to do that. Let's go to the next step. Okay, and this is where you can actually preview it as a subscriber and see what it'll look like. We're not going to do this, but over here this gives you the details of your email. So right now it's saved as a draft. When it's done, it will be going to 15 recipients based on your filter, and then it's going to send immediately if you were to hit this button. Now if you wanted to schedule it ahead of time, you could go ahead and click the schedule button, and you could select a date. Let's say we'll do this, and you could choose a time by doing that. If you want to save it as a draft, you could go ahead and click this button, and when you're ready to send it, you could go ahead and hit send. And that is how you send a broadcast inside